You know what? Honestly, I wasn't even planning on record tonight, but this thought has been sitting with me all day, and I feel like I got to a point where I feel like I need to say it out loud. This is one of those conversations that I'm not really talking at anybody. Honestly, I'm really talking about myself. And what happened is I just started noticing how fast I will buy into somebody else's idea, how quick I'll listen to a strategy, how quick I would like trust a system, trust a process, trust a plan. But when it comes to sitting still long enough for God to guide me, I always rush that part. And when I really sat with that, I realized something. That's not wisdom. It was about discomfort. Because people give answers, right? People give steps. People give timelines. But God asks you to sit. God asks you to wait. God asks you to trust Him without explaining everything first. And I think that's where the problem comes in. And even Scripture tells us in Psalms 46:10, be still and know that I am God. Not be busy, not try to figure it all out, but be still. And if I'm being honest, it's the stillness that makes me uncomfortable. It's the silence that makes me unproductive. You know, it's like waiting makes me feel like I'm falling behind. And the advice feels like I'm doing something, you know, like when I'm getting information from somebody. It feels like I'm doing something, but sitting with God feels like I'm losing control. And that's when I really had to check myself because I say I want to do life with God, right? I say I trust Him. I say I'm building differently this time, but my first move is often to look for help somewhere else before I sit with Him. And even in all of that, it took me to King Saul, right? In 1 Samuel 13, Saul was told to wait for Samuel. We probably all know that story. And we all know that Samuel was delayed. And the thing is, instead of trusting God in the silence, what happened? Saul panicked like the rest of us. He made a move that looked responsible. It looked productive. It looked like leadership. But the thing is, it was not obedience. So Saul didn't lose the kingdom because he stopped believing in God. What happened was he lost it because he wouldn't wait. And when I read that, I thought, honestly, that's me sometimes. I don't stop trusting God. I really just stop waiting on Him. So then it takes me to Elijah. In 1 Kings 19, Elijah expected God to show up loud, in the wind, in the earthquake, in the fire, right? But God wasn't in any of that. He came in a still, small voice. And that part hit me because it made me wonder, really, like how many times have I missed God because I was listening for noise instead of peace? Because I wanted clarity fast. I wanted direction loud. I wanted answers right now. But God was waiting for me to quiet everything else. So lately I've been asking myself, some like uncomfortable questions. Am I afraid God would tell me to wait? Am I uncomfortable without a plan? Do I really want direction or do I really just want relief? Because look at James 1:5. It says, if we lack wisdom, we should ask God. But it doesn't say anything about rushing Him. And I'm learning that sitting with God isn't passive, it's active trust. Stillness isn't laziness. Waiting isn't wasted time. Silence doesn't mean God is absent. It just means that He's inviting me closer. So now I'm at a point now, before I search, before I ask, before I invest, I'm sitting. And I'm not doing any of those things to force answers. I'm doing those things so I can just listen. Because I don't want to keep saying, I trust God, and moving like I don't. I need my words and my actions to match up, right? So I'm learning to sit longer before I search, to listen before I move, and to trust God even when He doesn't rush me. And do me a favor, if this resonated with you, you're not alone. We're doing this together. And I'll see you in the next video.